Hey guys, this is Gary Stanley, your sales guy. Hey, today we're going to talk about my favorite subject, which is sales. All right, we got a great subject for ourselves today, so let's go ahead and get started with it. It's pretty doggone entertaining, and it makes a lot of sense. See, a lot of times, our subject for today, that we're going to talk about is selling and your competition. What do you say? Selling and competition. What in the world? If you've been out there and selling, or if you're getting ready to start selling, you're going to have people that may be your competition. It could be other companies. It could be people that are out there marketing their products and right alongside of you selling the same thing. And it's like sometimes it can be real tough because we get in our heads they're our competition. But in reality, the real competition is right here. We are our own competition. Yeah, that sounds real funny. How can I be my own competition? Because sometimes we put these people up on a platform and we think they're better than we are because they may have a different price structure. They may have a different type of product that's similar to ours. And we feel like, dang, they might be better than me. They're my competition. But listen, this isn't true. Real competition is between your two ears, your eyes, in this here. This is your competition. You may have employees that you work with or other salespeople that you work with, and you think that they're your competition. Now, in reality, they like to push salespeople to go against each other for us to be successful and to win. But see, not everybody can be number one. You might be number two and you might be below. But if you're doing the best you can do, and I mean really, if you're doing the best you can do, there ain't no competition. Listen, you got to be to yourself, to thine own self be true. You got to be the best salesperson that you can be, And I know salespeople in management, they have these rah-rah contests and everything. But sometimes, competition can make strong people stronger. And it can also make weak salespeople weaker because they say to themselves, I can't beat them. They too good. That lady too good. She sells more than I do. I ain't never going to be able to catch up. See, when you get that mentality, it's competition with your own self. If you put yourself down or you say to yourself you can't do something, well, you probably won't. And that's because you've done the wrong thing. You said, my competition, they gonna beat me. I can't beat them. Because when you give up, you gave up. My name is Gary Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and things that most salespeople and management people don't even talk about. Competition. I've been in sales since the 80s in one form or another. And yes, there are a lot of different competitors out there. There's a lot of different companies that are bidding for the same business and the same customers that you're bidding for. Okay, and listen, it's a numbers game. There's a whole lot of people in this world. We got over 358 million people in America. And a lot of us, we want to own stuff. We want to buy stuff, but we need somebody who's committed, who's not afraid to ask for the order. And if you're a salesperson and you're not asking for the order, you're not selling. And it's like your competition is yourself. You've got to go ahead, and if you're not doing really good and you're just starting out or you've been in sales for a long time, you've got to get what they call the fundamentals. You got to go back to the basics. You got to have a foundation in sales and the learning aspect of it. It's like a doctor. If you went to a doctor and he'd been out of school for 20 years and he ain't never cracked a book to learn about what's in that could help him, it's like sales. You're going to lose. Our simple question for today is selling and competition. Competition makes America grow. I'm telling you right now, if we didn't have competition and we only had 2 or 3 products to sell, we would not have an economy like we got. We rolling like gangbusters. You know what I'm saying? And we got to have competition because, see, that regulates prices. That brings down prices. If I got a monopoly on a product, you can sell it for as high as you want. But see, not in the United States, because you got people right now that are going, I don't think so. Talk to the hand. And when they do that, what they're really doing is saying, look, if these people can sell it, I can make it better. I can sell it for a better price and I can corner the market. Now, if you are a person who's in sales and you're trying to be successful in sales, you got to remember there is no competition. There really isn't. You've got to go out there every single day and give it your best. You know, my mama told me, if you ain't doing your best, you're not doing your best. You might as well stay to the house. And I'm going to tell you right now, I can't make no money in that bed. And selling is a transference of enthusiasm. It's how you make people feel about what you're selling. Now, I'm going to tell you what, if you got products that you're selling and other people that you're trying to sell, and you've got those products in your home that they're competition, you're going to not get a lot of them sales. You got to get rid of them. You got to buy from your own company. Get those things if you can, like life insurance. If you're out there selling life insurance and you ain't got none, okay, you ain't going to sell a whole lot of it. That's just one of the subjects, you know, general stuff. And in reality, competition makes America grow. It really does. When you've got competitors, you can bring that price point down. You know, as salespeople, we want to make as much money as we can, and we don't like to have competition because we get a little bit scared. We want to make it easy on ourselves. And I ain't going to lie, I'm talking about me. Because in the past, I used to get frustrated when I used to see people doing better than me. I used to see other salespeople out in the field selling the same thing I did that worked for another company, and I used to get mad. I used to get frustrated and say nasty things. But you know what? As I grew older as a salesperson, I looked at those people saying, they got families, they need to make money, they got a product, they have the right, just like I do, to be able to sell in America or wherever you're trying to sell. Competition is good, not bad. It's real good. It's common sense. Common sense. Reality. And, you know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. I told you I'd tell you them things that a lot of people don't talk about. Competition is what makes America great. I'm telling you what. You know, again, I'm talking about competition and selling. And you know what? If you have people out there that are selling products that are similar to yours, you got to learn about what they're talking about. You got to ask questions. What is their niche? What are they saying that is getting them business? And sometimes when you talk to a customer who's already bought from them, say, why did you buy from them? And sometimes they'll say, well, this is the reason. And sometimes they'll put up a wall and they won't tell you nothing. But in reality, if you are a nice person, you come across as kind and everything, you can ask what's going on with the competition. You can pick up the phone, call, and ask what their price points are. Ask about their products. You can actually have another salesperson give you a presentation from another company. Now, it ain't always scrupulous to do that, but sometimes you got to know what the other competition is doing. Because they out there selling, baby, and if you ain't doing the best you can, you ain't gonna sell as much. Competition is a good thing. Don't look at it as a negative thing. And listen, if you ain't out there selling and you're not asking for the order, you ain't selling. So remember, you know, competition. That means if you get leads, the other people are gonna get them leads too. They may say that you're the only one getting those leads. Think. That ain't true, because a lot of times when they sell them leads, a lot of people get them leads. Oh, they're exclusive. Okay, they're exclusive to you to that day. But in reality, if there's a way for people to find out you moved into a new house or you're buying something, they're going to come out and like gangbusters over the net. You click on something, the competitions go, hey, did you get this? Did you get this? They'll spam the heck out of them. And they'll say, look, hey, you need to buy it. And eventually, if the customer needs it, they're going to. A lot of times they buy, you know, on impulse. A lot of times they buy things they don't really need, but they have things that they would like to have and they want. That's why we live in America, because we got what they call competition here, baby. There's some other countries right now, you ain't got no competition. They tell you what you can dictate and what you can sell and how much and what you're supposed to do and the price point. Well, in America, we can do what we want. We twist it up like that. We can do whatever we want, that as long as it's above board. Now, we don't take advantage of people. We never, ever. And listen, don't ever put down your competition, because the people you're talking to, they might have bought something from them in the past. And if you say that they're a bad company and they do bad things, they may feel as though you're trying to take advantage of them and you're putting down their what they did, which was wrong. You can't tell people that what they're doing is wrong if, listen, competition is really important, but don't ever bastardize or say negative things about your competition. The reason being is if you do, it'll come across to the customer that, hey, man, you don't have a good heart. You're telling me I made a mistake? You mean these people that sold me stuff are bad people? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in that fire. Remember, if somebody says, I already got this or already got that, or I'm talked to this or I've talked to that company about this thing, tell them that's good. I'm glad. At least you're informed. Let me go ahead and inform you about what is important about our product and the reason why you might want to invest it, because you do want an informed decision. Wouldn't you like to be informed about price points? Wouldn't you like to know about the features, the benefits, to make sure that you made a good deal? Okay, you got to think like that. Selling is important. We matter. We go out there and we sell on a daily basis. You know, my name is Gary Lee Stanley. We just had a very simple conversation. And what was our subject for today? Selling and competition. If you ain't selling, go out there and sell something. But if you ain't asking for the order, hey, you really ain't selling. So remember, your competition, it's really in here, guys. It really, really is. Don't let nobody steal your dreams. Don't let nobody steal your mind. And don't let nobody tell you can't sell something, because you can. So go out there and sell something. And remember, competition, it really is a good thing. Competition. Yeah, I'm going to sell that. I ain't got no competition. It's all in here. All right.